Rome. Reverend Father Philip Watkins, SSS, the Provincial of Australia. Reverend Father Justin Chaukan, SSS, the Provincial of Sri Lanka. Reverend Father Peter Jayakanthan, SSS, the Provincial of India, Austria. After the final hymn, the chapel devotees are requested to proceed in an orderly manner to the grotto, to collect their takeaway dinner boxes, to partake of the celebration of our SSS Jubilee, while the priests, the religious, and the invited guests are requested to proceed to the hall for agape in the basketball grounds. Let us begin with the felicitation. Very Reverend Father Philip Benzi, SSS, the Superior General, will be felicitated with a shawl by Father Santiago, SSS, the Vicar General of Indian Province. A floral bouquet by Mr. Philip and Mrs. Jonette Remedios. Reverend Father José Antonio, SSS, the General Consultor, Rome, will be felicitated with a shawl by Father Peter Fernandez, SSS, the Provincial Consultor of Indian Province. A floral bouquet by Mr. Julius and Mrs. Kausalya. Reverend Father Philip Watkins, SSS, the Provincial of Australia, will be felicitated with a shawl by Father Justin Sequeira, SSS, Senior Religious. A floral bouquet by Miss Silita and Miss Rajni. Reverend Father Justin Chaukan, SSS, the Provincial of Sri Lanka, will be felicitated with a shawl by Father Joachim Rodrigues, SSS, Senior Religious. A floral bouquet by Mr. Vivian and Mrs. Goretti Chico. Reverend Father Peter Jayakanthan, SSS, the Provincial of India, Austria, will be felicitated with a shawl by Father K. Sebastian, SSS, Senior Religious. Father Dominic. A floral bouquet by Mrs. Veronica and Miss Monica. I call Father Justin Chaukan to speak a few words.
Dear friends, as it is said, few words, I'm sorry. And as Superior General reminded, the Australia, our mother, gave birth to 2 children. And we are happy to be called the firstborn, 1956. And when we were 8 years old, Australia decided to give birth to the second child. There is none other than the Christu Jodi province. So this evening, I am honored, I am blessed, I am graced, whatever you want to say, to represent the whole province of Sri Lanka. We have about 35 to 40 priests. Of course, you have grown more than us, although you have been 8 years after us. And of course, as we were reminded, I had the privilege of being at the General Chapter in 2005 in Lyon, in France, when Sri Lanka and India were like, we attain our age, puberty, confirmed, 8 years old difference, but we were confirmed as provinces together at that chapter. So it has been a very blessing and to have been in Australia and then to be the provinces. Today, as I said, I also come here representing the whole province. I want to thank Father Peter and the council and all of you, dear fathers, for this wonderful opportunity. And you have created to thank the Lord and also to jubilate, to celebrate this event. I carry with me this little plaque, just a few words there. Just want to read and hand it over to Father Peter Jayakanthan for all of you. Dear members of the province of Christu Jodi, heartfelt wishes and felicitation to the province at the diamond celebration of its presence in India, 1964-2024, from the province of Christ, the bread of life, Sri Lanka. Thank you.
May I request the celebrants on the altar of this Holy Eucharist to assemble at the steps of the altar for the first group photograph.
Kindly all stand.
Our final hymn, Our Way of Life. You'll find it on the last page of our hymnal.
With the Eucharist, His gospel, He speaks to me and you. And like Saint Amar, we must go to teach and to renew. And make the Holy Eucharist a living force anew. Today to communicate, cause are forever true. United in the Eucharist, we spend our lives in prayer and walk to make the covenant accepted everywhere. Adore the Lord with love and faith, but make our actions known, imitating Jesus Christ, as in His steps we walk. Let us return like a man to the Eucharist as our way. Have the Scriptures be the light that brightens every day. We must make the love of God a rule to follow by, living in fraternal love until the day we die.
May I request all the religious invited guests proceed to the hall while the lay faithful are given the takeaway dinner boxes near the grotto. I request all the lay faithful to go near to the grotto for the takeaway dinner boxes. Religious sisters and invited guests will proceed to the hall, please. Thank you. God bless you all.